Hello there YouTube, Savage here again. So welcome into Stardew Valley Without Livestock, episode number 6, and oh lord, how well we did last episode. I'm just putting that out there. So there's a quick recap. Last episode, what happened? So we got really lucky in a nutshell, and I was able to end up completing... What did we complete again? Well, the whole fish tank, also the vault, giving us access to the desert and the bus repair, as well as also getting the greenhouse, which was super awesome. So, you know, we got really lucky with crop fairies and things like that, and the traveling cart. Emily gave us the wool too, so that's pretty damn huge, to be fair. So, and then this episode, we're going to continue through most of fall and that sort of thing, and hopefully make some progress toward the other rooms that remain for the bundles. Notably the bulletin board, which is the harder of the two, as well as the crafts room. Of course, as usual, I'll display all the challenge run rules, restrictions, and such right here so you can see them, just for reference, and let's get into it. I woke to a decent luck day and planned to get Abigail a gift for her birthday on the 13th. I had a few decent options like amethyst, spicy eel, and pumpkin that weren't too hard to obtain, or perhaps I already had in storage anyway, though I was unsure if my pumpkins would grow in time. Either way, I did the usual stuff on the farm in the morning, harvesting various crops and the like. I did craft an iridium sprinkler and a couple more seed makers, though. I chopped down my peach tree to transfer into the greenhouse, and threw a few common mushrooms into the seed makers to make more fall seeds. I also put the iridium sprinkler in the greenhouse for now, but would optimize the sprinkler layout once I had made 4 of them. I eventually needed to decide on items for the Grange display at the upcoming fair, so we saved some stuff. Once I was done at the farm, I dropped off my pickaxe to upgrade to gold at Clint's, which has been a long time coming. I then headed to the frozen levels of the mines again to get some coal and winter roots for making winter seeds out of in the seed maker. It was pretty uneventful, aside from a level up in combat. Though I did get blocked by rocks without a pickaxe, lol. Serves me right. I returned home, threw the winter roots in the seed maker for winter seeds, planted the winter seeds in the greenhouse in hopes of finishing the crafts room early, did some foraging, and went to bed. Overnight, we reached level 7 combat. I woke to a neutral day and did my usual tasks around the farm. I also made some more seeds of cranberries and blueberries to plant in the greenhouse to make a consistent stream of income year-round before I start up my ancient fruit wine empire. Money is handy to have for things like the traveling cart, you know. Speaking of, she didn't have any animal products this time, but she did have a spicy eel for sale for pretty cheap. As a love gift for Abigail, I couldn't say no. I then headed to the nearby secret woods to get some hardwood, and leveled up my foraging as I did so. I headed back to the farm and crafted a couple more kegs for my eventual ancient fruit wine empire, though I was running out of space in my kitchen. Here you go, Abigail. Have an early birthday gift. I also sold a large stack of blueberries and cranberries to buy 100 wheat seeds to eventually turn to wheat flour on the cheap, because I can get cloth for building a mill from drops from mummies in the Skull Cavern, instead of using animals in the loom. For now, I build a stable for a horse for faster movement. This is one of the exempt animals in the challenge. I bought a few bombs from the dwarf and noticed a prize ticket on my way to Beachcomb, so I redeemed it for a whopping 20 cherry bombs. Not bad. Returning to the farm, I moved the torch next to the area where the stable would be built to a nearby sprinkler so I could move the stable later, and sold off my foraging haul. I chopped a bit more wood that I'd need to build more kegs and sheds down the road before going to bed. Overnight, we reached level 9 foraging. At this point, the hardest part for the community center would be getting the milk and eggs for the home cooks bundle, as well as the duck feather, so I needed a plan. So far, I do have a pretty solid plan for getting the milk and eggs. I can get the milk from Sandy every Saturday in the desert. For the eggs, void eggs from Krobus will count, so I just need to continue donating to the museum till I get the rusty key. As far as the duck feather, there's no plan except for relying on luck, though I might come up with something, we'll see. I awoke to a lot. Today was Abigail's birthday as well as a rare maximum luck day, and my gold pickaxe was ready to pick up. Today was definitely a day to go to the Skull Cavern. I also had some mail, and Pierre was now selling bouquets. I must now be able to date Abigail for real now. And thank you, Gus, for pancakes. I then got to work on the farm, noticing that some valuable fairy rose honey was now ready. My pumpkins, however, were not, yet. After finishing on my farm, I set myself up for mining and brought an amethyst to gift my girl. I immediately headed to Clint's and got some iron to craft into another bomb before getting my shiny new gold pickaxe. After that, I headed to Pierre's, but not before finding a lucky field snack in the trash. I bought the bouquet and did a mad search for Abigail to give her both the amethyst for her birthday as well as the bouquet, and formally announced that I would date her. I eventually found her in the kitchen, and she loved both the amethyst and the bouquet. Afterwards, I use a desert warp totem, accidentally gift Sandy the milk she gives me, and continue on. At least I can come here every Saturday for a free milk, and eventually I'll have enough. I just need to be more careful next time, lol. Then I head into the Skull Cavern, immediately see an emerald node, and pop my spicy eel and triple shot espresso. It goes pretty well for a while, but unfortunately, I get wasted by some slimes, unable to eat food in time to heal myself. RIP. Between this and also mistakenly giving the milk to Sandy instead of keeping it for the community center, I opt to reset the day and start anew. I don't feel great about doing it, but oh well, it's fine. Take 2. I noticed a letter from Abigail I skipped over, probably for a heart event. Now I don't feel so bad. Gus gives me bean hot pot instead of pancakes this time too. Up till the Skull Cavern, the day plays out similarly aside from I open a couple mystery boxes, getting a mountain warp totem and some crab cakes, and not giving Sandy back the milk she gives me. Much better already. I then dive the Skull Cavern as before, missing a diamond node I spotted on floor 2 after already going down a staircase. Oh well, I guess I'm losing out on a diamond either way, lol. I find an amethyst and a ruby on floor 3 shortly after though, so I don't feel so bad. I find even more amethysts upon getting to floor 17 as well as a shaft, so that's nice. I make sure to craft some bombs along the way and not engage enemies much, since I lack any of the galaxy weapons. My hope would be to obtain a prismatic shard to trade for the galaxy sword though, that would be nice. Oh yeah, and I missed another diamond node, lol. I do, however, reach level 25, impressing Mr. Key, who I'm sure is watching me, but I'm not done yet. Around this point, iridium nodes, whether real or fake, become more common and I get more gems. According to the Stardew Valley wiki, iridium nodes have about a 3% chance to drop a prismatic shard. So low, but not astronomically low, and it's my best shot to get one. In addition, getting iridium is good for my stretch goal of upgrading all my starting tools. On floor 28, I find a pepper Rex shortly after finding the staircase. After slaying him, he drops a dinosaur egg, which most Stardew Valley players would, or should, place in a coop incubator. As for me, because dinosaurs are a banned animal for this challenge, it's a future museum piece. Mostly completing the museum would give us access to the sewers, where we can buy void eggs from Krobus and donate them to the Home Cooks bundle. For some reason, despite being poisonous, they work for the bundle. When I get to floor 30, I find 2 diamond nodes on the same floor. Makes up for what I missed earlier, thankfully. this time, I consume another spicy eel to renew my luck and speed buff. With my inventory filling up fast and it getting late but not carrying lots of money, I decided it might be worth passing out in the mines at 2 AM. It turns out this is the right decision, and it pays off immediately on floor 45. I find the prismatic shard I was looking for, and then decide to take out a few mummies for some cloth to build the mill eventually. Galaxy Sword obtained. I use a warp totem to go home and go to bed after such an eventful day. I awoke to a bunch of freshly made artisan goods and a bad luck day, but still a traveling cart day nonetheless. As I left the house, I came across Evelyn, who gave me a garden pot and the recipe to craft more of them. She was then followed by Emily, who allowed me access to her sewing machine. Nice! I placed the new garden pot indoors for the moment and checked my mail, which was a hefty sum of 10,000 gold from Mr. Key. Afterwards, I did my usual morning farm tasks, but I also named my horse Epona after Link's horse from Zelda, no less. Cause why wouldn't I, right? Being a Wind Waker wizrobe and all. Some pumpkins were ready in time for the fair, and I also crafted a few more iridium sprinklers and placed some in the greenhouse. While not the optimal layout, it was still functional, and I wasn't willing to change it until my starfruit was ready. I planted a few more blueberry seeds as well as some wheat to eventually mill into flour and the remaining spots in my greenhouse. After all that, I went to check the traveling cart, but she didn't have anything important today. Oh well. Having some omni geodes and jades stored away, I opted to head to the desert trader to trade my jade for staircases since it was a Sunday, and my omni geodes for a couple artifact troves, hoping to get more museum donatables, and another desert warp totem. I then headed to Clint to open up any artifact troves, geodes, and mystery boxes I had. The artifact troves had the best stuff, to be honest, since it was a treasure chest worth a lot of money. I donated a chewing stick, as well as my dinosaur eggs to the museum next, getting the raccoon rarecrow as a reward. Afterwards, I made some preparations for a future Skull Cavern dive for some cloth to build the mill. I bought the dwarvish safety manual and some bombs from the dwarf, and sold my old sword, the steel falchion, at the guild. I didn't have enough for the galaxy hammer, so the galaxy sword would have to do for now. It's still pretty good. I then searched town for Abigail to hopefully give her a gift, but didn't find her, though I eventually did buy the triple shot espresso recipe from the saloon, and bought Pam and Shane loved beers while there. Then after an uneventful trip to the frozen levels of the mines for coal, I headed home, brewed some coffee, and went to bed. I woke to the smell of fresh coffee and cooked it into a triple shot espresso, but otherwise it was a bad luck day. I drank some green tea and got to work, noticing more pumpkins were ready as well as other crops. Most importantly, the beets were ready, which I needed one for the dye bundle. When I was harvesting the pumpkins, I leveled up in farming and would have a decision to make once I slept. I then set up more iridium sprinklers and planted more pumpkins and other seeds to replace what I harvest as usual. I moved my bee houses a bit too. After I was done making more space for crops on my farm, I headed to Clint to upgrade my axe, considering all the wood I'd need to chop to build my ancient fruit wine empire. I then checked the job board, and my choice wasn't too hard, having just turned in my axe. I chose aquatic overpopulation as something to keep me busy in the meantime. I also bought more pumpkins from Pierre, as this was the last day of the season to start planting them outdoors. I also made and planted more pumpkin seeds from the pumpkins I saved. that, I did some fishing intending to catch tiger trout, but I managed to get another artifact needed for the museum from a fishing chest. Because it was late in the day, I didn't catch any tiger trout, however. Since it was getting late, I got on my horse to head to the community center to donate the beet for the dye bundle. Only the duck feather left for that one, which is one of the harder things to get in this challenge. I rush home, brew more coffee, and head to bed. Overnight, we reach level 10 farming, choosing the artisan profession to make a lot of money, especially on wine, from here on out. Today was the day of the Stardew Valley Fair. Marnie sent me a letter saying she was now selling auto grabbers. If I wasn't doing a challenge run where I banned coop and barn animals, this would actually be useful. I took some items for the Grange display and did some tiger trout fishing before attending the fair. I grabbed the prize ticket, then played some target shooting and fishing minigames for more star tokens to eventually earn the Star Drop, Studio Ghibli Rarecrow, and a fedora as a new hat. I'm a bit better at the fishing one and easily rack up the star tokens with that. All in all, I had a fun time at the fair. After a fun day, I prepare to turn in for the night. I wake up to a rainy, decently lucky day and find out that my gold axe is ready for pickup. Marnie visits me asking for a cave carrot for her goats, an easy task for me. She also sends me a letter in the mail with a recipe. I load up for a possible Skull Cavern dive later, and hop on my horse as well as a minecart to go to Clint's. Gold axe acquired. I also thank Clint for his hard work using a loved amethyst, then turn in my watering can for him to upgrade next. I then donate the amphibian fossil to the museum. Then I redeem the prize ticket from the fair for a hat, but it gets me close to better prizes. Afterwards, I warp to the desert, trading for more spicy eels and bombs. This is another option to get the cloth to build the mill for 3 aquamarines, but only on Wednesdays. I pop the espresso and spicy eel and try my luck to earn cloth by slaying mummies. On floor 1, I level up another skill, either combat or mining, without much effort. Not much after that, I find the cave carrot Marty requested. I also get a lucky farm warp totem on floor 5, and shaft that goes down 8 levels too. Nice. A ways down, especially on floor 26, I find a few gems, including aquamarines and jade, and also a rusty cog artifact in the sand I hadn't donated yet. However, I begin to run low on bombs and inventory space. On floor 27, I find a treasure room containing 3 iridium bars. Whoa! I toss some copper ore to make room for it. Feeling satisfied and wanting to donate to the museum before it closes tonight, I use the warp totem to leave, sort out my backpack, and rush to the museum. I make it and donate the rusty cog, then return to tiger trout fishing for the aquatic overpopulation. I hook a fishing treasure chest containing an ancient sword, another artifact I haven't donated yet. What good luck I have sometimes. I then do some unremarkable beachcombing. As I walked around town, I noticed people had their jack-o'-lanterns out, so, being the Haley hater that I am, I used my axe and stole Haley's, and blamed it on the dwarf. But it's for a good cause, since with it we can complete the Spirit's Eve bundle. We get a few complete breakfasts in return. And just for fun, I drop the legendaries I caught so far in the fish tank. I headed home and went to bed. We got level 9 mining overnight and the recipe to make crystallariums. Awesome. I awoke to a bad luck day. I did the usual tasks like harvesting my crops. Speaking of, I had a snow yam as well as some wheat ready in the greenhouse, which are both needed for the community center whether directly or indirectly. Sadly, because wild winter seeds can't produce holly, that one would have to wait till winter. I headed off to Clint's to open up a mystery box, netting us a few more flower seeds, followed by the museum to donate the ancient sword I found while fishing. I then dropped off the cave carrot for Marnie. Afterwards, I did a little uneventful tiger trout fishing before purchasing the dehydrator recipe from Pierre to process huge stacks of blueberries, cranberries, etc. Afterwards, I returned to uneventful fishing and beachcombing before donating the snow yam to the community center. All we need is holly to finish the whole crafts room. I head home to craft and set up a few dehydrators and otherwise get ready to end the day. I awakened to some melon wine being ready, but it's another bad luck day. Caroline sent me a letter requesting a pumpkin to carve for Spirit's Eve, which I happily accept. Otherwise, I do the usual tasks before I check the traveling cart. We get really lucky this time since she's carrying a 5-stack of both eggs and some plum pudding, both of which are needed for the community center bundles. I happily get a plum pudding and buy out all the eggs she has in stock. And the horseradish too, because we can make wild spring seeds out of it and I can afford it. That's pretty big now, we don't have to buy as many eggs from Krobus. Great. Then I head over to Clint to pick up my new and improved watering can. In addition, I drop off my hoe to upgrade next. Then I process an unremarkable geode I found while fishing. I then head to do some typical beachcombing but trigger the missable heart event with Sam. I buy bait at Willie's and keep fishing for tiger trout. I end up hooking another fishing treasure chest containing an ancient doll now. Since the museum's still open, I try to rush to make it. After getting caught on a rock, I barely make it in time and donate the doll. After more uneventful fishing, I stopped by the saloon to gift Abigail some coral since I want to marry her someday. I then head to the community center to donate the plum pudding to the Winter Star bundle. As I head home, I pick up an oak resin from the tree at the bus stop, then take the tapper to place on another tree on my farm. Otherwise, end the day as usual. I awaken to a neutral day and do my normal chores. I get a letter from Emily about an upcoming heart event, and a letter from Pam giving me the stuffing recipe, another option for the community center's Winter Star bundle. Notably, I harvest a pumpkin for Caroline and make various wild seeds to trade for winter wild seeds at the Desert Trader when I pick up the milk from Sandy. When I head to Clint, I open a couple geodes, getting a new mineral that I immediately donate to the museum. I take the bus to the desert, get the weekly milk from Sandy, then head to the Desert Trader to get an artifact trove, along with converting various wild seeds to winter wild seeds. I take the bus back and head to Clint to open up the artifact trove, giving me a rusty spoon, which I also donate. After more uneventful beachcombing and fishing, I managed to find Caroline in the town square and give her the pumpkin she requested for my future wife to carve. After some uneventful fishing, buying bombs from the dwarf, and mining for coal on the frozen levels, I get ready to end the day as usual. I woke to Robin's birthday, and a decent luck day too. Moreover, as I leave my house, Gunther from the museum greets me, giving me the rusty key to access the sewers in exchange for all the artifacts and minerals I donated so far. That is really huge. From here on out, any further museum donations aren't relevant, since we can now purchase void eggs from Krobus to put toward the Home Cooks bundle. That is so awesome. I prepare for a Skull Cavern dip and visit the traveling cart to see what she has. Turns out not much, except for cloth, which I want to use to build a mill anyway, so I take it. I then go to Clint's to pick up my hoe. I know how good that sounds. Context. Before riding the bus to the desert. I pop my food buff items, trade jade for staircases, and give it my best shot to find cloth or other useful things in the Skull Cavern. I do eventually get a cloth drop from a mummy on floor 16, which is nice. Then on floor 25, I get both a diamond node and an additional cloth drop from another mummy. With that, that's all the cloth I need for the mill. For good measure, on that same floor there are even some more gem nodes. We definitely take those. Wanting to head to Robin before she closes, I use a mountain warp totem and rush to her shop. Thankfully, with my speed buffs, I make it on time to both give her a loved gift for her birthday and build a shed to move my preserve jars and kegs until later, since I didn't have enough cloth on hand yet for the mill. I head back home, and after a bit of mostly uneventful fishing, I call it a night. Overnight, we reached level 9 fishing. I woke to a bad luck day, but Robin sent me a pumpkin soup recipe. Nice! I did the usual tasks on the farm. Notably, upon harvesting from here on out, I replant with wheat, since I eventually need 100 wheat flour for the home cook's bundle as well. And of course, since I'm banning animals that eat hay, I can just toss it. I head into town to check out the job board just to keep me busy, and it was a really easy decision this time since I needed a lot of eggs for, I don't know, the home cook's bundle? Sorry Gus, I'm helping Willie this time. Then it was off to the sewer to visit Krobus, who sells void eggs that will be essentially required for the home cook's bundle. They're pretty expensive and poisonous, but despite that, I don't need very many thanks to getting a stack of 5 on the traveling cart not too long ago. I drop them off at the farm, then head into the earlier levels of the mines to get some bug meat for Willie. I managed to hit a monster slaying goal too. And one of the bugs even drops an ancient seed for me to craft into a plentiful one. Absolutely worth it. Despite the bad daily luck, come floor 15 I get pretty lucky with a lot of bugs spawning, a gem node, and way too many staircases dropping. Thank you, game. Otherwise, I break some stones to make sure I have enough for building the mill. With 22 bug meat in tow, I head home and prepare to end the day. woke to a neutral day and did my normal tasks, but noticed my shed was ready. Too bad I couldn't get my mill today because Robin was in her dance aerobics class. I'd slowly move my machines into there as they were finished, and place any new machines in there as well. I pet Frumpkin as usual, but no rare duck feather drop unfortunately, oh well. My dehydrators were ready first, so I was intending to move them into the new shed, but Frumpkin wanted attention and blocked the door, lol. The little goober. Eventually moved so I can enter and place the dehydrators in there. A lot of good crops like the money-making starfruits and pumpkins were ready in the greenhouse as well. Hell yes. I replanted another ancient seed, strawberries, various mixed seeds, and wheat in there for now. A couple more preserve jars freed up, and I transferred them into the shed too. When I finally left the farm, I gave Abigail a loved pumpkin, and saw Clint to open up 2 mystery boxes. Too bad he gave me corn seeds right toward the end of fall where they couldn't grow outside in time. I then went to Krobus to buy the remaining eggs I needed for the home cooks bundle, then donated them to the community center. I returned home to plant the corn seeds in the greenhouse since I had a bit of extra space, but would eventually replace them. I then went mining and got good luck right off the bat, finding a diamond out of a random gem node. Nice! I also found some powder melon seeds, another option for the winter star bundle. I also got a floor where grubs were spawning repeatedly, which was nice to rake in more bug meat. I left the mines and collected my rather lame reward for this point in the game for killing bugs. I warp back to the farm and head straight to bed, raking in a lot of cash. I don't think money will be a problem from this point, which gave me another idea for getting the duck feather that wouldn't rely on luck. What is this idea, you say, or this plan? Well, find out next time on episode 7. If you enjoyed the video at all, of course, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe and that sort of thing. Otherwise, I'll see you later in the next part, which might very well be the final part too, so look forward to that. Anyways, take care, guys. Bye for now.